So where I can tell that. Oops, wrong place. Oops, wrong program. That's okay. Fliphead, go away, please. I'm struggling. Okay, I don't care, video pad. I'm not using you. Fuck. What a way to start a stream. Just waiting for video pad to kick the bucket. Alright, there we go. There we go. Alright, let's see. Where do we need to be here? Right there. Alright. I swear things are just not wanting to be nice today. Alrighty, let's do this. So, as soon as someone joins, okay, what we're doing right now, I just recorded this, just got done recording it. So what we're going to be doing is just editing the raw stuff and calling it good. Taking the posters out, of course, that are very noticeable. This will be hearable, though. I'm not worried about this one. I don't know how the sound is going to be, honestly. Why are you freaking out, phone? Recording is started for this story Amir's needs. Rainbow's wings rustled restlessly. Okay. Hello, Super Spike. What a name. Alright, so I need to get that to 6 seconds. Let's see. This part's always a little tricky. That'll work. Rainbow's wings rustled restlessly against her back, despite the dull ache that was only made worse every time they moved. Okay. See if I can't get that out. Every time. Yeah, I was wrestling around myself. It's only made worse every time they moved. Need up. It gets kind of restless when you're working in the same spot for hours. This took about 30 minutes to record, but actually took me about like an hour and a half because, well, my parents were on the phone. Then the heater kicked on. I'm like, really? Anything else want to just fuck up this day? Despite the dull ache that was only made worse every time they moved. Need up. That's good. Let's see if I can't get that out. I tend to really get into it. Okay, I'm just going to do this kind of thing. Can always adjust it later if I need to. Made worse every time they moved. She huffed, glaring out the window. Oh, it's in there. Yeah, it's in there, but not really anything I can do. Whatever. I'll mix it in and make it not sound so bad. Every time they moved. She huffed every time they moved. Okay, so that's the D right there. So if I get that out, like this shit. Let me see something. Time they moved. Time they moved. Nope, can't do that. Oh well. Every time they moved. She huffed, glaring out the window at the clouds passing her by, knowing full well it would have been a much shorter trip if she'd just flown. Should have been. Actually, hang on. Every time. Okay, can't do anything. every time they moved. She huffed. I can actually do this. That depends on if in the noise gate. How loud is that? Moved. Ooh. I don't know about that. She huffed. Let me see if I can't get some of that out. Okay, I can get that out for sure. This is a future reading that I'm going to be doing. It's a Twidash one. And no, it is not for February. February is done, set, over with. Well, as far as production-wise, I do have one more reading coming out this month, and it is the finale to... finale? Hang on, I gotta think. Has Octavia's final stop? Yeah, it has. Okay. I got a little mixed up because originally Octavia's final stop was scheduled on the 13th. That was a no-no. So I released it on the 6th. And then February was the Apple Shy one. Can you guys hear this? Worst. Okay, because I had to help a friend through OBS, and I had to play with the audio levels. So I have the desktop audio set just below the microphone. So it should be fine, but I don't know. Hopefully it's fine. Worse, every time they moved. Oh, that sounds way better. They moved. She huffed, glaring out the window at the clouds passing her by, knowing full well it would have been a much shorter trip if she'd just flown. Should have been a much shorter trip. Okay. If she'd just flown. Okay, that's probably gonna get nuked in whatchamacallit, FL Studio. She'd just flown. Should have been okay, that's too close. Just flown. Should have been a much shorter trip. That's better. You should take the oh. Yes, I am voicing the characters for this one as well. Because Rainbow Dash VAs are not easy to come by. Twilight, not so much. But yeah, Rainbow Dash is really hard to find a voice actor for. And I don't know very many of them. A much shorter trip. You should take the train, Dash. Oh, jeez. Okay, I need to get that a little bit more space. So this won't take that long, hopefully. It's about 38 minutes long, the whole recording itself. So, should be a problem. Been a much shorter trip. You should take the train, Dash, she said mockingly. Don't strain your wings too much after training. That was so nasally. I kind of started to sound like, oh god, what's the character? Don't strain your wings too much after training. I just sound like a snobby asshole. There's a character that I specifically do with that voice. I just can't think. It's not Absentia, because Absentia, he's more like right here in this kind of a town. Trying to remember. It's a snobby character, too. Was it Diamond Tiara or Silver Spoon? It could have been. God, I haven't watched Pony for a while, so I'm trying to remember any characters with, like, snobby tones. Minus Diamond Tiara and Silver Spoon. It's up across the coast. And what's her name? Upper Face. What? That's the Bloss blooper. What was her name? Upper Crust. We call her Upper Face because why not? Don't strain your wings too much after training. She glanced over her shoulder, rolling her eyes. Wait, did she say this out loud? If she says it out loud, that's going to be very awkward. She said mockingly. She says mockingly, yeah. She says that out loud. She glanced over her shoulder, rolling her eyes. What does Twilight know about my wings? I'm fine. As though to prove her point. Oh, right. first read through of this, I did great. What do you call those? Tip to anybody who's a narrator: before you actually narrate something, especially in a professional, situation, read the thing that you're supposed to read at least twice before recording it. And it sounds fine? Okay, that's good. What I had to help my friend with was he got a new mixer, and I needed to determine what his sound sounded like. And the main problem with it was that he had like this nasty feedback from like the chords or something like that. It wasn't pleasant. Horizon. What does Twilight know about my wings? I'm fine. Can I get that out? Because that's not enough room. I can't get that out. About my wings. I'm fine. Trying to think what I can do. Know about my wings. I'm fine. Ooh. My wings. I'm fine. As though to prove her point to herself, she spread her wings, wincing as a sharp pain lanced down her back. That's more than likely going to be a plosive, but actually, what I could do, in fact, let me see if that works. This might save me a lot of time and a lot of stress. Let me go to my pop fix, because it normally doesn't mess with the audio too much. And just apply it to the entire thing. That might actually be the smart move, because it gets rid of plosives for me, and I can just go willy-nilly. So how's everybody doing today? Did Valentine's Day go good for you? Not so much for me. I'll tell you that. If you've seen my Twitter, you know why. Hey, Jed. What's up? So I'm trying something new. I'm going to put the pop fix on the entire thing, because it doesn't seem to mess with the audio too much, to get rid of plosives. This might save me some time. Also, I'm hoping that Super Spike says it sounds fine, but I had to do something for a friend that involved using OBS. So I'm hoping that the sound levels are fine. Should be. Alright, let's see what this does. As though to prove her point to herself, she spread her wings, wincing as a sharp pain lanced down her back. Okay, let me listen to that again. Oops, not that. Let's see. God damn it. Why? As though to prove her point. Okay, let me Control C now. As though to prove her point to herself, she spread her wings, wincing as a sharp pain lanced down her back. Okay. As though to prove her point to herself, she spread her wings, wincing as a sharp pain lanced down her back. Wincing as a wincing as a sharp pain went lashed down her back. Spread her wings, wincing as a sharp pain lanced down her back. Okay. Where's that click? Lanced down her back. Lanced down her back. Let me see if I can't get that out. Yep, I can get it. Sharp pain lanced down her back. That sounds fine. Okay, fine. Maybe I went a bit overboard. But still, I could have flown back. Ow. making a show. Hello. Pronunciation, I swear. Mario Luigi? It sounds like Mario and Luigi, but hello. In case you don't know what we're doing, we are editing a Twidash based fic that it's actually new. I found this was that last night? Either 2 days ago, or I found it on, I think it was the day before Valentine's Day. So 3 days ago? Depending on when Valentine's Day is. Yeah, I think so. It's called A Mare's Needs, and it's not a clopfic. It sounds like a clopfic, but it's not a clopfic. It's actually a really good story. I actually liked it. I thought it was cute. If I would have actually had a window here, and this wouldn't have come out when it did, I would have done this for Valentine's Day. It's actually really cute. Kind of a random fic as well. Maybe I went a bit overboard, but still, I could have flown back. And for those wondering if that sound hurts my voice, nope, it doesn't actually. It's a dialogue. Let's back that up a little bit. Glanced down her back. Okay, fine. Maybe I went a bit overboard, but still, I could have flown back. Ouch. Making a show of flopping back onto the bench, Rainbow covered her face with her hooves, groaning loudly. She glowered? Oh yeah, this word. Had some words in it that I'm not very familiar with. Alright, zoom past all this shit. All the way back to the beginning. Like, I think this reading should only come out to maybe, at the least, she glowered. There it is. I think at the least it'll come out around maybe 20, maybe not even 20 minutes, probably around maybe 10 or less. Like, how many words does it have? A little over 3,000 or something like that? I think I closed fanfiction anyways. But yeah, it's like 3,000 words or so, something like that. In fact, I can actually pull it up on my phone. Let me just do that. Because, yeah, I was reading it beforehand before I started recording. But yeah, when I saw the title, I was like, oh, Jesus, this sounds like a freaking clopfic. But no, it's not. It's actually a really good story. It's cute. It has 2,853 words. So that probably amounts to maybe 10 or less minutes, maybe 12 minutes. Considering it came out around 38 minutes long, in total, like raw, that's probably going to go down to about 12 to 13 minutes. Loudly. She glowered into the darkness. Okay, I need to get rid of that. Yeah. She glowered into the darkness, listening to the chugging of the engine and the steady clicking and clacking of the wheels. And the steady clicking and clacking of the wheels. Really glad I retook that. So what we're doing now is we're just basically going to, yeah, get the mistakes out. I think that the thing that I did with the, whatchamacallit, yeah, the equalization, actually fixed the plosive problem. To the chugging of the engine and the steady clicking and clacking of the wheels. Okay, I missed something. And the steady clicking and clacking of the wheels. Let me see if I can't. Of the engine and the steady clicking and clack. Oh, it's a breath. That's what's the problem. Oof. That's the problem. Of the engine and the steady clicking and clacking of the wheels. That's fine. A month-long summer training had sounded great when Spitfire suggested it. And it was. But Dash had found herself enjoying it less and less as the weeks stretched on. It wasn't like... Okay. stretched on. It wasn't like she was homesick or anything. She just missed her own bed. Or rather, her usual bed mate. Shep! Sorry. I'm a major Twidash fan. Well, bed mate. There had been a strict no visitors order put in place on account of the main Wonderbolts team being at the base, as well to develop and practice a new routine. Yeah, but I was running out of breath. There we go. This is reminding me of, like, what was the name of the episode? Newbie Dash. Right? No, Wonderbolts Academy. God, it's the one where Dash gets not promoted, but she goes there as a trainee. That's Wonderbolts Academy, isn't it? The one with lightning dust? One of my most hated characters. Team being at the base, as well to develop and practice a new routine. Team, a new routine. That's fine. I'm not worried about that. Alright, next. Which unfortunately also applied to Dash's mare friend. Don't do that. Okay, that's fine. Okay, let's see how big. A new routine. Which unfortunately also applied to Dash's mare. All you're hearing right there is just my mouth noises. Well, technically my throat noises. Practice a new routine. Which unfortunately also applied to Dash's mare friend. Hopefully that gets set out. Don't do that. Okay, bring that back. This will be a quick one. His mare friend. Couldn't even throw that princess. Oh, it's a dialogue. So, let's see. His mare friend. Couldn't even throw that princess weight around for me, huh, Twy? Rainbow asked the Rainbow. She's just yelling, like, completely no logic. Okay, even I'm not that stupid. Don't shout your personal feelings on, like, a train. Couldn't even throw that princess weight around for me, huh, Twy? Rainbow asked the empty train car. Wait, where is that? Rainbow asked the empty train car. That's... Ooh. She peeked one eye open, as though expecting a response. When none came, she flipped over onto her stomach, once more looking out the window. And this is raw, guys. This is the raw shit that you're hearing. This is all raw. This is before EQs and all that lovely crap are added. Wait. What was that? Her hoof was... Okay, it is a mistake. Thank you. The window. Her hoof was halfway to the latch before she decided against jumping out and flying the rest of the way. Twilight would have killed her. Besides, it wasn't going to be that much. No. Besides, it wasn't going to be that much longer. And she would have killed her. Besides, it wasn't going to be that much longer. And she wasn't that desperate to get home. No, sir. Okay. Yeah, I had to be really, like, enthusiastic in this. It's not my usual narration tone. Going to be that much longer. And she wasn't that desperate to get home. No, sir. She was just bored. Going to be that much longer. And she wasn't that desperate to get home. That desperate to get home. Desperate. I can get that out. Desperate. Right there. You go bye-bye, please. That desperate to get home. No, sir. She was just bored. Bored of sitting around doing nothing all alone. Ah, Hurry up, you stupid train! Rainbow shouted, jumping to her hooves to pace jumping to her hooves. Jump. Mumbo jumbo. This can also be from my, my disability. Rainbow shouted, because sometimes it does make it hard to read shit. Like when my little thing up there gets a little too happy, it makes it hard to distinguish words and I get a little, disoriented. Jumping to her hooves to okay. Rainbow shouted, jumping to her hooves to pace furiously up and down the aisle. I don't think I said that right. Jumping to her hooves to pace furiously up and down the aisle. Rainbow shouted, jumping to her hooves to pace furiously up and down the aisle. I don't think I said that right. I did. No worries, me. Okay. Oh, wow. No, not that close. Not that close. Let's just get that out of there. There we go. The aisle. The more... Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Need to get that out of there. Bye-bye. The aisle. The more she thought about Twilight, the more she was the aisle. The more she thought about Twilight, the more she was forced to admit she was just the teeniest, tiniest bit homesick. If anything, it was more just that she missed her mare friend. Oh, we all do that. If anything, it was more just that she missed her mare friend, which was cool, right? It was cool to miss your mare friend, especially one as awesome as Twilight, right? Rainbow stopped her pacing and frowned, scratching her chin. After a moment, hold on. It was cool to miss your mare friend, especially one as awesome as Twilight, right? Oh, excuse me. Rainbow stopped her pacing and frowned, scratching her chin. Is that plosive? Rainbow stopped her pacing and frowned, scratching her chin. After a moment, she nodded. Yeah, totally cool. She answered herself aloud. Her pacing resumed, more frantic than before, her hooves thumping against the wooden floor. She snorted. Should have just let me fly home, Twi. I could have been back by now. After all... okay. She snorted. Should have just let me... Oh, too close. Way too close. She snorted. Should have just let me fly home, Twi. I could have been back by now. Yeah, I can't do a snort. I cannot do a horse snort. Unless this counts as a snort. By now. After all, if she... By now. After all, if she missed... I already did anyways. After all, if she missed... There we go. Now. After all, if she missed Twilight this much, then exactly how much did Twilight miss her? A lot more was the obvious answer. Wait, was that a comment? I don't remember being subscribed to anyone called Bo Pacino. I can find that out real quick. Oh, it's him. Okay. It's a reactor that I watch. Obvious answer. The alicorn was probably beside her. No. The alicorn was probably beside herself with... Now that hurt. So... Should I adjust that now? Nah, it'll adjust itself. I do volume levels at the end. Answer. The alicorn was probably beside herself with excitement now that Rainbow was coming back. Dash chuckled. I heard something I don't like. Dash. Will that be caught, though? I'm not taking chances. Think back. Dash chuckled, imagining the smile on Twilight's face. No doubt she'd be all but tackled into a hug that would last far beyond what could be called cool. No. That would last... No doubt she'd be all but tackled into a hug that would last far beyond what could be called...
Okay. Steve Eastman, if you're here to just be a troll, then just leave.
Tackled into a hug that would last far beyond what could be called cool.
That's fine.
But that would be fine, since Rainbow had more than enough awesomeness. Since Rainbow had more than enough awesomeness to compensate.
I could have swore I retook that line more times than that, but...
Since Rainbow had more than enough awesomeness.
Not sure.
But that would be fine, since Rainbow had more than enough awesomeness to compensate.
I better get that out of there just in case. It's not a joke. It's true. If you're talking about the title is Twidash story. This is a Twidash story. It's just editing a Twidash.
But that would be...
It's just editing a Twidash story.
But that would be fine, since Rainbow had more than enough awesomeness to compensate.
What are you going off about, phone?
Actually, all things considered...
Hang on.
To compensate. Actually, all things considered, a hug sounded pretty nice right about now. Even if they were lame. She
Okay, I'm gonna give that some more closer. Okay, before I do this, let me...
Nice right about now. Even if they were lame.
Okay. In that back.
Awesomeness to compensate. Actually, all things considered, a hug sounded pretty nice right about now, even if they were lame. She blushed as a pair of imaginary hooves wrapped around her neck. She blushed as a pair of imaginary hooves wrapped around her neck. The illusion was broken.
Is that what I hear?
Around.
Yep, that's what I'm hearing. Alright, go bye-bye.
Imaginary hooves wrapped around her neck. The illusion was broken by the train's whistle, and a speaker blared to life. Next stop, Ponyville.
Okay, so that's gonna be radio style. I can do that in FL Studio.
Next stop, Ponyville. Next stop, Ponyville.
I like the first take.
Next stop, Ponyville.
Yeah, way too quickly there. Okay, so this has a nasty little plosive on it that I don't like.
Stop, Ponyville.
It's not actually a plosive. I don't know, my ears are sensitive.
Next stop, Ponyville. Rainbow Dash had her bags and was at the door as soon as the announcement ended. She frowned. The train didn't even seem to be slowing. Next stop, Ponyville. Rainbow Dash had her bags and was at the door as soon as...
Okay, let me see from the start here.
Blared to life. Next stop, Ponyville.
A little bit more space.
Blared to life. Next stop, Ponyville. Rainbow Dash had her bags and was at the door as soon as the announcement ended. She frowned. The train didn't even seem to be slowing down at all. The train didn't...
Okay. It's the full thing.
The train...
Yep.
She frowned. The train didn't even seem to be slowing down at all. She pressed her cheek against the window, looking ahead. If she squinted, she could just make out about the edges of the farms surrounding Ponyville on the furthest hills.
Why do farms surround Ponyville?
looking ahead.
No.
Looking ahead. If she squinted, she could just make out about the edges of the farms surrounding Ponyville on the furthest hills. Next stop, my left flank, Rainbow cried, growling as the passing scenery reminded her of just how much faster she could fly. Again, she looked to the latched window. Faster she could fly. Again, she...
Nope, too close, way too close.
Faster she could fly. Again, she looked to the latched window, and a whine came from the back. Faster she could fly. Again, she looked to the latched window, and a whine came from the back of her throat before she could stop it. I'm flying next time, she muttered dejectedly, deflating with a sigh back onto the bench. Her muzzle scrunched up as she started to Her muzzle scrunched up.
I hate when you get a good flow and then you mess up.
The bench. Her muzzle scrunched up as she...
Okay. Yep, get that out. Save. What's this one called again? Oh. What should be called the almost Klopficky kind of title. WIP. Wow, it's letting me. Normally if it has like an apostrophe or something in it, it doesn't work. Why are you such a dick, phone? Hunter Springfield, Melon. Interesting. I wish that audio editing didn't require you not having music to listen to. Or that YouTube didn't prohibit copyright music. Otherwise, I'd have music playing. That could really help. When it comes to editing days, well, depending on the time or the sequence, oh my god, the step that I'm in, normally the one where I can play music and it's fine is normally when I do the sound mix. So like background noise and all that shit. Well, background noise. Like the background, music, sound effects. Anyways. Shipping lol. Sorry, I can't help it. That's fine. This is a shipping story. Well, technically it's really not. It's more of a comedic kind of story, if you ask me. It's kind of a random kind of fic. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, what would you call this, even? It's not like romance. It's not even slice of life. Like, it's a sort of comedy, but it's not like comedic enough to where it's a crack fic. A crack fic is like another story, a better story than Twilight, you know, Scribbler's thing. That's crack. That's a crack fic when it comes to like weird humor and weird context. This is just kind of a, I don't know, happy story? Back onto the bench. Her muzzle scrunched up as she stared dejectedly at the floor. Or you're coming with... That's what she said. Anyways, let's see. Or you're coming to meet me. That's what she said. Dejectedly at the floor. Or you're coming to meet me. Dash's eyes wide. Okay. Bring that back just a tad.
to meet me. Dash's eyes widened slightly before narrowing into a glare. You can teleport. Come get me, then teleport us back.
Ouch. So those are pretty high levels.
You can teleport. Come get me, then teleport us back. She tapped her forehead where a horn. Not a hoof coming out of the head. Jesus Christ, me.
There's a blooper.
She tapped.
Yeah, it was actually in a really good mood to record this.
She tapped her forehead.
Okay, boink.
Back.
Ow. So, let's see. Volume levels come last, but I'm just making some key points. How high does that go?
Back.
It goes into the yellow. It's not too bad.
She tapped her forehead where a horn would have been. What's the point of all that princess? Oh.
Dialogue.
Where a horn would have been. What's the point of all that
Princessy stuff. Dash.
Where a horn would have been. What's the point?
Way too close. Just gonna do that kind of thing. That should be good.
Horn would have been. What's the point of all that princess magic if you...
Hold on. I think I heard something.
What's the point of all that... What's the point of all that princess magic if you aren't even going to use it? The train lurched, and the chugging of the engine... The train lurched. The train lurched, and the chug...
Bring that back.
The train lurched, and the chugging of the engine slowed.
Wait,
Rainbow White...
What was that?
Use it! The train lurched, and the chugging of the engine slowed. Rainbow wiped the excited grin from...
Stop.
Use it! The train lurched.
Oh, that's like a residual sound. I don't know.
Use it! The train lurched. And
Whoops. No. I've done that before.
use it! The train lurched, and the chugging of the engine slowed. Rainbow wiped the excited grin from her face.
Oh boy, those are some high levels.
Engine slowed. Rainbow wiped the excited grin.
Okay, that was like pucker lips or whatever they are. Those get caught.
Engine slowed. Rainbow wiped the excited grin from her face.
Control V.
Engine slowed. Rainbow wiped the excited grin from her face just as fast as it appeared. Engine slowed. Rainbow wiped the excited grin from her face just as fast.
Okay, there's a click in there I don't like. Yep, that'd be the one. Bye-bye.
From her face just as fast as it appeared. You owe me, egghead. Could have made this so much easier on both of us.
Oh, dash. Okay, let's see.
As it appeared. You owe me, egghead. Could have made this so much easier on both of us. As it appeared. You owe me, egghead.
I think I need a little bit more space on that.
Appeared. You owe me, egghead. Could have made this so much easier on both of us.
Okay. Okay, what's next? What's all this?
Another eternity later.
Oh, I was just goofing around. Should I put a cut right here? Ah, no, I'll think about it. I'll think about it. Okay.
Another eternity later, the brakes squealed to life. No. The brakes squealed to life.
God, some of these lines are tricky.
The brakes squealed to life. No.
Back.
Another eternity later, the brakes squealed to life, and ran. Squealed to life, and Rainbow was practically vibrating as she hopped from hoof to hoof at the door.
I heard something I don't like.
Hoof to hoof at the hoof to hoof.
Right there. That's another thing my friend could really have had to avoid the problem that he had with his mixer. Was I keep telling him, get monitoring headphones so you can hear yourself. You can hear your device then, so you can hear, like, you know, what the feedback is and all that shit.
Vibrating as she hopped from hoof to hoof at the door. Out the window, she saw the station slide into view and was thrown off balance as the train came to a halt, hissing loudly.
Okay, there's a part where it goes a little too slow. Okay, let's see.
And was thrown off balance.
Right there.
And was thrown off balance as the train came to a halt, hissing loudly. And was thrown off balance as hissing.
More mouth noise, gotta love it.
Hissing loudly. The door opened, and Rainbow all but dove out of the car, landing on the platform and swinging her head around as she searched through the few scattered ponies around. It wasn't.
Also, side note, I actually finished up The Legend of Korra. Again, a lot of people give it shit. I don't think it was that bad. I mean, sure, it's nothing compared to Avatar The Last Airbender, not even relatively close. But I look at it as it's not meant to be Avatar The Last Airbender. It's meant to be a more modernized version of, you know, what the new world is like with the new Avatar. The first 2 seasons were the worst, by far. The first 2 seasons had probably the worst writing. I'm not saying it was terrible to watch, but Amon was too powerful, and I stated this because, okay, this guy has no fucking weakness. Spoiler alert. Okay, there's problems with this character. If someone tries to bloodbend him, he can break out of it like it's nobody's business. Okay. I understand. If you're a bloodbender yourself, you learn how to combat it. But if someone is controlling your goddamn limbs, you cannot break that easy. Then in the finale, he fucking gets freaking struck by lightning and isn't even phased. He's knocked out for like, 5 seconds. Okay, let's go back to Avatar The Last Airbender Season 2, The Crossroads of Destiny, when Aang gets struck by lightning. He almost dies. Well, technically, he dies from the lightning blast, and Katara saves him with the spirit water. Way too overpowered. Like, he had no weakness. His only weakness, the only thing that defeated him, was public exposure for who he really was. Because he was an equalist, basically looking to make the world an equality kind of thing, with benders and non-benders being equal. No benders had the ability to bend anymore. It was an equal world. Yeah. And I thought that the whole, like, taking your bending away thing was actually legit, kind of like, you know, how Aang does it in the Avatar Last Airbender. Energy bending, basically. But no, apparently I read up on the wiki on, you know, what it really is. It's basically using bloodbane to close chakras in the body, which to put the term chakra into easy term, if you don't understand what the hell chakra is and you're not very spiritual. A chakra is basically like a energy portion of the body that, if it's closed off, can't be accessed. Which is what benders use to access the elements. So basically, by closing those chakras off permanently, yeah, problematic shit. But yeah, that was season 1. Season 2, better, but a little, again, like, how do I explain this? The one thing about Korra was it always had you on your freaking toes. Like, everything was dark. It was always dark or, like, very depressing. Which is good, because I kind of like it that way. When it makes you feel tense, because you want the Avatar to win, but you think that the threat is not gonna, going to get her. Yeah, it's pretty intimidating. The second villain, Korra's uncle, okay, this dove much better into, like, its roots. Like, the main episode that I liked the most was, oh gosh, I can't remember what it's called, but it's basically where Korra has to go back to the beginning, where Avatar 1, the very first Avatar, found out how to be the Avatar. Well, he didn't find out how to be the Avatar, he became the first Avatar. And it's really cool how they connect the spirit world and all that stuff into it. That I find really cool. And it's very interesting to actually figure out, how the Avatar became a thing. Now, season 3 was change. The season 3 villains were the scariest, by far. I can't remember all their names, but there was the one who could shoot fire out of her head. There was the airbender that basically was going to kill Korra. And then the Avatar cycle. Yeah. That enough right there is enough to say, okay, these guys are kind of scary. Lava benders are apparently a thing, which makes sense. But, yeah, interesting stuff. And then season 4 was really good. Who was the main villain on that? Oh, that lady. Again, another good season, because we go back to my favorite character from Avatar: The Last Airbender, Toph Beifong. I'm sorry, she's a badass even at old age. I mean, she was my favorite character from Avatar: The Last Airbender because I loved her story. How she basically became an earthbender through badger moles and learned how to see with her blindness and her earthbending. Like, that is so freaking cool. Yeah, Korra isn't bad at all. It's actually decent. Like, can I sit down and watch it like I would Avatar: The Last Airbender? No. But for a good reason. Because it has such a dark vibe to it. The entire time you're watching it, there's not one moment of breath. Like, everything is always just constantly kill Korra, and the Avatar. Yeah, it takes a while for you to actually get back to it because, well, it's pretty depressing. It's dark. It's very rough. But, yeah, good show. I have to say it's a good show. I'll give it that. Landing on the platform and swinging her head around as she searched through the few scattered ponies around. It wasn't hard to spot the purple alicorn, nor the other 4 mares with her. Twice! I like the first take. This is going to be a closer one because it's a quick payoff. Rainbow cut herself short, clearing her throat and forcing a... Clearing her throat. Okay. Rainbow cut herself short, clearing her throat and forcing the smile from her face.
She instead puffed out her chest and closed her eyes, awaiting the inevitable tackle hug, smirking proudly.
I don't know why, but that seemed kind of choppy.
Her chest and closed her eyes, awaiting the inevitable tackle hug, smirking proudly. It was her grand return, after all.
Okay, bring that back. Nothing like a good dark play to keep the adrenaline running. Yeah, it was a very dark aspect, like a very dark, like, concept. Like the last villains, like the real big villains, what were they called? The Red Lotus. Like there's the White Lotus and there's the Red Lotus. Their plan was to take the Avatar, chain her up, put like metal poison in her veins, force her into the Avatar state, and nuke her. Like kill her. But back to season 2. I love how they actually explain how the Avatar state became a thing. What was her name? Rava? Yeah, Rava, the spirit of light and peace. That is how the Avatar actually manages to go into the Avatar state. Even though it kind of conflicts with the original, because in the original Avatar Roku, when he's explaining to Aang what the Avatar state is, he states it like this: the glow represents the power of all of your past lives combined, and that basically in the Avatar state you're at your most powerful but most vulnerable, and if you're killed, basically the Avatar state ends. Well, not the Avatar state, the Avatar cycle. Well, that ends too, but yeah, the cycle is dead. But yeah, the first season character, Amon, I get it. You're trying to make a good villain. But villains need to have weaknesses. There needs to be a moment when the first villain, like when a villain needs to be defeated. Not just the ending, like the very last episode. They need to be better at that. Like getting struck by lightning alone would kill you. I don't care what he's wearing. He has no protection whatsoever. He has no protection from lightning whatsoever, and it drives me crazy. I'm like, is there any way to kill this guy? Public exposure is what defeated him.
She instead puffed out her chest and closed her eyes, awaiting the inevitable tackle hug, smirking proudly.
Okay, where does it break?
Eyes, awaiting the...
Right there. It seems choppy, and I don't like that. Shut up.
Awaiting the inevitable tackle hug, smirking proudly.
That's better.
It was her grand return.
Okay.
Tackle hug, smirking proudly. It was her grand return, after all, and she had a reputation to maintain. Rainbow! She heard Twilight cry out.
I wasn't sure if this was Twilight or not, because the way that it's written is kind of... I don't know how to explain it. Like, it doesn't display which character is saying the word.
Maintain. Rainbow! She heard Twilight cry out.
Okay, that's a little too close for my liking.
To maintain. Rainbow! She heard Twilight cry out, no doubt rushing over.
Okay, is there that breath there, right? Yep. Okay, let's get that out of there.
Rainbow! She heard Twilight cry out, no doubt rushing over, hooves and wings outstretched. Any second now. Welcome home.
Wait, what? Yeah, that's where I got confused.
Press against her cheek. Huh? I don't know if this is supposed to... I don't know if this is supposed to be like Fluttershy or somebody. I'm just gonna do Twilight. Welcome home.
Okay.
Any second now.
Oh, okay. Okay, doink. But anybody who's a fan of Avatar: The Last Airbender, I do recommend The Legend of Korra. You may not like certain aspects of it, but it actually is a lot more like, how do I explain this? Okay, Avatar: The Last Airbender was a journey, like a journey to like ultimate battle, basically. Aang had to learn all of the elements besides air. So yeah, he had a lot of time on his hands. Korra constantly is moving because it's one thing after the other. So it's a lot more fast paced. The only thing that I hate about it is the freaking comedy. The comedic relief. Oh, jeez, no. I mean, Valak is an okay character. He's weird. Yeah. The comedy relief is just cringy and weird. But aside from that, everything's pretty good. The villains are great, just despite Amon having no fucking weakness. And they pay tribute to Avatar: The Last Airbender very well by bringing back characters, referencing things, going even deeper. And they brought back the Katara as well. She's like one of the main big... She's not a big character, but she's a big character when it comes to like dire needs. Because, well, apparently she turns into the best healer in the world. Rainbow! She heard Twilight cry out, no doubt rushing over, hooves and wings outstretched. Any second now. Welcome home! Rainbow braced herself. Like, yeah, I don't know who's talking there. Outstretched. Any second now. Welcome home! Rainbow braced herself. Felt something soft and warm press against her cheek, then pull away. Welcome back, Artie. Artie. Welcome back, Artie. Applejack? Wait, where was... I went very like, I don't know. Then pull away. Welcome back, Artie. Applejack? Wait, where was the tackling? That's what she said. Welcome back, Artie. Applejack? Wait, where was the tackling? The tearful reunion? The clinging hooves? The hugging? Where was the hugging? Rainbow opened her eyes and... Voice was slowly starting to give out. Alright, Nuke Destroyer. Have a good day. Where was the hugging? Rainbow opened her eyes and found herself surrounded... Where was the hugging? Rainbow opened her eyes and found herself surrounded by her friends. That was a good timing. Then I had to wait like an hour. Twilight was off to the side, smiling, despite a slight blush on her cheeks. Twilight was off to the side, smiling, despite a slight blow. Oh my god. Twilight was off to the side, smiling, despite a slight blush on her cheeks. I think the first take is fine. I think the first take's fine. I can't hear anything. Oh, I know why you're freaking out. Stupid phone. By her friends. Twilight was off to the side, smiling, despite... Okay, let's get that out. That's a door slamming, by the way, if you are wondering what that is. Herself surrounded by her friends. Twilight was off to the side, smiling, despite a slight blush on her cheeks. Okay. Herself surrounded by her friends. Twilight was off to the side, smiling. Okay. Surrounded by her friends. Twilight was off to the side, smiling, despite a slight blush on her cheeks. Twilight was off to the side, smiling, despite a smiling. I think I can get that out. That's my stupid chair. Smiling, despite a slight blush on her cheeks. Twilight... Yeah, that's fine. Okay. How long do I go before I give up? Whoops.
smiling despite a slight blush on her cheeks. They all seemed to open their mouths at once, and Rainbow's senses were assaulted by the wall of noise.
Oh, this part.
By a slight blush on her cheeks. They all seemed to open their mouths at once, and Rainbow's cheeks. They all seemed to open their mouths at once, and Rainbow's senses.
Okay, get that out.
Blush on her cheeks. They all seemed to open their mouths at once, and Rainbow's senses were assaulted by the wall of noise.
Okay. And this is where I had to hit pause because, yeah, shit happened. Okay, let's see.
Oh, okay. So it is supposed to be them. How was training? Okay, so I guess how was training could be Fluttershy. Did you promote it could be Applejack? Show sounds like Rarity. Did you bring back souvenirs? That's Pinky.
Okay, I don't know where I
How
cut
was training?
Here, so I better just make sure.
How was training? Okay, I've got to wait.
Yep.
Alright, that was a long break, but we're here now.
Oh, the fan.
So let's do this.
Okay, so I have to get the fan. I gotta get to the part where the fan isn't in there. Which I think I went a while without it.
How was training?
Yep.
Did you get promoted? Are you going to any shows? Are you going to be in any shows?
Why could I not pull Rarity? That's the important question.
By the wall of noise.
Okay.
How was training?
Okay, I see. Okay, bring that back.
Assaulted by the wall of noise. How was training?
Okay, bring that back.
Wall of noise. How was training?
Okay, I gotta zoom in for this because I can't apparently see the big gaps very well. Bring that back.
By the wall of noise. How was training?
Okay, that's Fluttershy.
Did you get promoted?
Alright, bring this back. This is actually going to be a mutterance of like a lot of stuff. I don't know. I don't know how I plan to do this yet.
How was training? Did you get promoted?
My nose is getting in there. I know that for a fact. It's one thing I forget. It still exists on my face is my nose.
How was training? Did you get promoted? Are you going to be in any shows?
Sound more like Octavia. Not far from it. Just I didn't do posh. Ah well, it gets across.
You get promoted? Are you going to be in any shows? Did you bring back any souvenir?
Yeah, Pinky was a little bit of a bitch.
You get
Okay, bring this.
Did you bring back any Did you bring back souvenirs?
Okay. Okay, this is gonna be interesting.
Training. Did you get promoted? Are you going to be in any shows? Did you bring back souvenirs?
That was good timing.
Dash's ears laid Dash's ears laid flat against.
I don't know if it's supposed to be laid or lied. Or lie, technically.
Bring back souvenirs? Dash's ears laid.
My dad just coughing up a lung, don't mind me.
Souvenirs? Dash's ears laid flat against her head in a vain attempt to block it all out. In a vain attempt to block it all out. Souvenir in a vain. Against her head in a vain attempt to block it all out. She looked to Twilight hopefully. She looked to Twilight hopefully, who seemed to get the message.
Give her some space.
In a vain attempt to block it all out. She looked to Twilight hope.
That's a no-no.
Fucking criminy. Oh boy. In a vain attempt to block it all out. She looked to Twilight hopefully, who seemed to get the message. Slow down, girls.
That was crap.
Slow down, girls. She said, holding.
Oh, did I keep it?
Get the message. Slow down, girls. She said, holding out a wing that separated Rainbow from the rest of their friends.
I guess I did.
She said, holding out.
Okay, I took the D off a little bit.
She said, holding out a wing that separated Rainbow from the rest of their friends. She just got home and she's probably exhausted. We'll all have plenty of time to catch up at the party tonight. God damn it. Well,
I don't think I said the F-bomb once.
we'll all
Be proud of me. I normally say the F-bomb a lot during recordings.
She just got home and she's probably exhausted. We'll all have plenty of time to.
There's a nasty little breath. Go away, please.
She just got home and she's probably exhausted. We'll all have plenty of time to catch up at the party tonight, right?
That's not too
Her
shabby.
statement received a round of nods and mumbled. Bleh. Dad, fucking quit coughing. Right?
Oh, wow.
Right? Her statement received a round of nods and mumbled. Bleh. Dad, fucking quit coughing.
The things I have to live through.
Right? Her statement received a round of nods and mumbled agreements, and they all stepped back. Rainbow smiled appreciatively, scratching the back of her neck.
Give me that back.
They all stepped back. Rainbow smiled appreciatively, scratching the back of her neck. Hey guys, there's a party tonight? A welcome home party, Pinky supplied happily.
That might be
For
a little
you,
bit of a
silly.
plosive.
Tonight? A welcome home party.
A little further back. Piggy takes me a minute to get into.
There's a party tonight? A welcome home party, Pinky supplied happily.
Yeah, that's a
For
little bit
you.
of fun. In the back.
A welcome home party, Pinky. A welcome home party.
Yeah, that'll probably turn into a plosive. Gotta get that out of there. Pete.
A welcome home party, Pinky supplied happily. For you, silly.
Oh, wow. That needs a little bit more space.
Supplied happily. For you, silly.
When I get into the mood, I just go.
Pinky supplied happily. For you, silly. Was all Rainbow could say. She chuckled.
Yeah, that was a tough one.
For you, silly. Was all Rainbow could say. She chuckled. Should have seen that coming, huh? I'll see y'all there. But Twi's right. I'm pretty tired, so I'm gonna go nap. A fake yawn was thrown in for effect.
Okay, I can see I've got the P. God, that sounded wrong. Let me see if I can't get that.
I'm gonna go nap. I'm gonna go nap. I'm gonna go nap. Ooh. Nope. Let me get that out of there. I'm gonna go nap. That might get cut out anyways. So, I'm gonna go nap. A fake yawn was thrown in for effect. A fake yawn was thrown in for effect. And they, oh my god. A fake yawn was thrown in for effect. I'm gonna go nap. A fake yawn was thrown in for effect, and they all seemed to accept the excuse, gradually separating and waving goodbye with promises to meet up at the party. Why did I struggle with that line so fucking much?
Oh, never mind. I said
Okay,
the F-bomb.
Pinky.
Oh, jeez.
8 p.m. sharp. Pinky yelled.
Oh, boy. Ah, fucking hell. That's okay. I figured
A
out a little
fake
trick
yawn-
with this.
Okay. Pinky. At the party. 8 p.m. sharp. Ouch. Pinky yelled. Suddenly. I'm so glad in Silent Ponyville that Pinky the majority of the time is depressed. Ugh, that would have been a nightmare. Promises to meet up at the party. 8 p.m. sharp. That was a plosive. 8 p.m. sharp. 8 p.m. sharp. Pinky yelled, suddenly right in Rainbow's face. She pointed at her own eyes, then Rainbow's. Be there, or I'll bring the party to you. Really? Be there, or I'll bring the party to you.
That's fine.
She added.
Okay. We've got a party for one Pinky.
Then Rainbow's.
Kind of.
Be there, then Rainbow's. Be there, or I'll bring the party to you. She added in a threatening whisper. Or I'll bring the party to you.
Yeah, that'll definitely turn into a plosive. Let me get that out. This is why I don't take breaks during I don't like to take breaks during recording a chapter, because your voice tends to get a little tired.
Be there, or I'll bring the party to you. She added in a threatening whisper, maintaining eye contact as she backed away. Rainbow heaved a sigh of relief as Pinky disappeared around the corner.
Okay, back. Hold on.
Maintaining eye contact as she backed away. Rainbow heaved a sigh of relief as Pinky disappeared around the corner, leaving her alone with Twilight. Sigh of relief as Pinky disappeared around the corner, leaving her alone with Twilight. Leaving her alone with Twilight. Finally, it was.
Okay. I remember I did this a few times.
Finally, it was time for that hug.
Oh, never mind.
Don't worry. I won't get in the way of your nap.
Twilight likes to scoff a lot.
For that hug. Don't worry. I won't get in the way of your nap. It was time for that hug. Don't.
Oh, wow. Okay, we're gonna just, that. Bring that back a little bit.
For that hug. Don't worry. I won't get in the way of your nap. Twilight said with a giggle. I've got some work to finish up before. I've got some work to fuck a dick. Well,
I've got some. Oh, jeez. Really, me?
Said with a giggle. I've got some work to finish up before. Said with a giggle. I've got some work to finish up before the.
That's going to get in there. It always does.
Said with a giggle. I've got some work to finish up before the party tonight, so I should be heading back. Oh my god. I've got some work to finish up before the party tonight, so I should be heading back. We'll catch up soon.
I feel like I'm gonna have to up that a little bit. Your voice gets tired, and then characters that normally have higher voices get lower.
I've got some work to finish up before the party tonight, so I should be heading back. We'll catch up soon. Welcome home, Dashy. Wait!
Oh, wow. Okay.
I've got some work to finish up before the party tonight, so I should be heading back. We'll catch up soon. Welcome home, Dashy.
That one's not too bad, but this is kind of dull. So we're just going to pitch it a little bit. Not that much. Let's try 2 and see what that does.
I've got some work to finish up before the party tonight.
That's better.
Welcome home, Dashy. Wait!
That doesn't sound out of place, does it?
We'll catch up soon. Welcome home, Dashy. Wait! Rainbow shout. We'll catch... I've got some work to finish up before the party tonight, so I should be heading back. We'll catch up soon. Welcome home, Dashy. Wait! Rainbow shouted without thinking.
Okay, that's a little too high. Let me go back to this and go 1. That should fix the trick.
I've got some work to finish up before the party tonight, so I should be heading back. We'll catch up soon. Welcome home, Dashy.
That's better.
Wait! Rainbow shouted without thinking. Rainbow shouted without thinking.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
Blushing as Twilight quirked her head to the side.
Yeah, not
she
happening.
Bit her lip.
Where are you? God, I hate when Audacity does this shit. If you don't save, so help me flipping God.
That's okay. Audacity's tending to be a little bugger. So, yeah. I know how to fix this real quick. It's no big deal. Never mind my dad. Yep, that'd be the one. Recover. See how much it fucked up. Don't worry, I'll get back to the chat in just a second. I need a drink. Oh wait, I've got one. Well, I've got water, but... Well, let's see. We're already at 10 minutes, so... Yeah, this might turn out to be maybe 15, maybe 17 minutes long. I've got some work to finish up before the party tonight, so I should be heading back. We'll catch up soon. Okay, does this catch? We'll catch up soon. Welcome home, Dashy. What? Okay, let me see something. I've got some work to finish up before the party tonight, so I should be heading back. We'll catch up soon. Welcome home, Dashy. I don't think so. And I need to do it twice now. So change pitch. It's at 1. Oh, whatever. I don't really care. It's 1 pitch. Welcome home, Dashy. Wait! Rainbow shouted without thinking. Okay, get that out of there. Home, Dashy. Wait! Rainbow shouted without thinking. Get that back. Welcome home, Dashy. Wait! Rainbow shouted without thinking, blushing as Twilight quirked her head to the side. She bit her lip, struggling to think of blushing as Twilight quirked her head to the side.
Oh, I forgot to do this. Whoop. Okay. Yeah, I need a caffeinated drink. Hot water. Got a bit of a Charlie horse in my right from left sparrow. Left ankle. Well, technically that's my calf. That's a little Charlie horse, but that's okay. Alright, save.
Rainbow shouted without thinking, blushing as Twilight quirked her head to the side. She bit her lip, struggling to think of something less lame than asking for a hug. Could I, crash at your place?
Shut
There are clouds around. Twilight looked up.
Wait, what?
Crash at your place? There are clouds around.
Oh, you motherfucker. It clipped for some reason.
There are clouds around.
Okay, I know what I need to do here. That's no big deal. So I need to go find my script again. I need to record this real quickly. Okay, where are we? Let's see, predate, I know you love it. Okay, there's 8 p.m. sharp. Move home, Dashy. Could I crash? Oh, okay, there it is. There aren't any clouds around. Okay. Alright. Need to re-record this real quick, and then I'll get right back to it. It's no big deal. Okay. Make sure I'm in the right spot. Why does my sound so low? I don't know. Weird. Turn the fan off. Where's my script? I need my script. Congratulations, you get to see me perform as Dash. Alright, let me see. There. There. Oh, wow. I'm sorry.
There aren't any clouds around.
That seems fine. It's just dialogue. It's no big deal. Sorry if I ringed your ears. Oh, fuck. Let's see, there
aren't any clouds around.
Okay, did I do a stumble?
There aren't any clouds around.
Yep, that's it. Alright, get this. Actually, gotta do this first. Noise profile. I only need to do it to a certain amount of the audio. Control R.
There aren't any clouds around.
I can't tell, honestly. I'm sorry.
There aren't any clouds around.
Yep, I got it.
There
Right there.
there aren't any clouds around.
Holy crap, that's loud. I'll just do this kind of thing. Try and get as close as possible. We'll see. Control V.
Holy crap. Yeah, that needs to be... I just need to run through all the presets that I have. Okay. Lower Chrome. Lower that. Maybe. Could I, crash at your place? There aren't any clouds around. I sound too frantic. I gotta do that again. Could I, crash at your place? There aren't any clouds around. Could I crash at your place? There aren't any clouds around. So like that. Okay, I need to do this thing again. Oh boy. Welcome to my life. Okay. Alright. There aren't any clouds around. Can I crash at your place? There aren't any clouds around. Seems fine. Is it this one? No. There aren't any clouds around. Oh, it sounds like Dash. There aren't any clouds around. There aren't any clouds around. Something like that. Okay, Control R. C. Control V. Oh wow. I need to bring this back quite a bit. Hopefully that didn't overlap anything. Pete. Okay, hopefully that doesn't sound wrong. I crashed at your place. There aren't any clouds around. Let me bring that back just a tad. Crashed at your place. There aren't any clouds around. Let me just do this. Cut that. At your place. There aren't any clouds around. Nope, sounds too frantic. Let me see my script one more time. There aren't any clouds around. Interesting. Da 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 da. God, I hate my life sometimes. Can I crash here? There aren't any clouds around. I keep wanting to go to that. There aren't any clouds around. Why am I struggling? There aren't any clouds around. That'll work. I can't get any more specific than that. Alright, grab that. I applied the noise reduction, so that's good. Go here, here. Maybe. There. Okay, that looks a little more equal. Starlight would be proud. Okay. Crashed at your place? There aren't any clouds around. Better. Much better. Crashed at your place? There aren't any clouds around. Yeah, that's better. Okay, I just need to get rid of this shit. Okay. Back to this shit. Then asking for a hug. Could I, crash at your place? There aren't any clouds around.
That's fair.
Twilight looked up at...
Okay, don't know what that is, but okay.
Any clouds around? Twilight looked up at the... I think that's too close.
Reminds me of season 1, episode 1, when Twilight looks up to the sky.
Aren't any clouds around? Twilight looked up at the very much cloudy sky.
I heard some
Huh?
wolf noise in the midst. Right there.
Clouds around. Twilight looked up at the very much cloudy sky.
Okay, go away.
Any clouds around? Twilight looked up at the very much cloudy sky.
Oh my god, can I get a break here? My god. Should know how
Any
to do
clouds
this by
around?
now.
Twilight looked up at the very much cloudy sky. Huh? No good ones. Rainbow corrected desperately. Yeah, those are, not the napping kind. Too hard.
One take. Damn, not bad.
Corrected desperately. Yeah, those are, not the napping kind. Too hard.
Okay, hurt something.
Yeah, those are, not the napping kind. Too hard.
That's what she said. Okay, let me see if I can't get that out.
Kind. Too hard. Kind. Too
I'm just gonna take that out.
not the napping kind. Too hard.
Okay, if I'm gonna do that, then I need to give that a little more room.
Napping kind. Too hard. After a moment, Twilight shrugged.
Okay, hang on.
Napping kind. Too hard. After a moment, Twilight shrugged. Kind. Too hard. Kind. Too hard. After a moment, Twilight...
There.
Being kind. Too hard. After a moment, Twilight shrugged.
Bring that back.
Too hard. After a moment, Twilight shrugged.
Oops.
Too hard. After a moment, Twilight shrugged. I don't mind. Just try to keep the snoring down. I don't snore.
Okay. We've got problems. Alright, let me get some blank space. We'll see. Okay.
Too hard. After a moment, Twilight shrugged.
Could you kindly calm down? Or shut up?
Too hard. After a moment, Twilight shrugged. I don't mind. Just try to keep the snoring down. I don't snore. Rainbow growled.
I'm gonna get that more space. Can always edit later.
Down. I don't snore. Just try to keep the snoring down. I don't snore.
Better.
I don't mind. Just try to keep the snoring down. I don't snore. Rainbow growled.
Again, the pitch is off. Change pitch, doink.
Twilight shrugged. I don't mind. Just try to keep the snoring down. I don't snore, Rainbow growled, but she didn't hesitate to fall in alongside the But she didn't hesitate to fall in alongside the alicorn as they started off. But she didn't growled, but she didn't hesitate to fall in alongside the alicorn as they snore, Rainbow growled, but she didn't hesitate to fall in alongside the alicorn as they started off. Sure, just like how you don't admire yourself in the mirror. Nope, that was bad. Sure, just like how you don't Sure, just like how you don't admire yourself in the mirror. I think that's Spike. I don't snore, Rainbow growled, but she did alongside the alicorn as they started off. Sure, just like how you don't admire yourself in the mirror. Twilight's got Rainbow's number. Started off. Sure, just like how you don't admire yourself in the mirror. It was one time. Okay. Twilight just laughed, shaking her head slightly. She smiled fondly at the in the mirror. It was one time. Twilight just laughed, shaking her head slightly. She smiled fondly at time. Twilight just laughed, shaking her head slightly. She smiled fondly at the Pegasus. I'm really happy you're home, she said. Heh. Well, goddammit. Didn't this one take like a few tries? She said. Heh. Well. In case you're wondering what that is our toilet. Really happy you're home, she said. Heh. Well, you know, I'm... Wow, my voice really cracked right there. That's okay, it's Dash. Heh. Well, you know, I'm... Can I get through this without half noise getting in the way? Yeah. Well, you know, I'm... Rainbow... Yeah. Okay, so I gotta get that out. She said. Yeah. Well, you... Okay, this is really getting annoying. Well, Okay, I think I can get that. Well, you know, I'm... Rainbow trailed off, her ego stroking dying on her tongue. It's good to be back. No, it's good to be back. Is that the take? It's good to be back. Dying on her tongue. It's good to be back. Up too close. Off, her ego stroking dying on her tongue. It's good to be back. Okay, a little too close. She mumbled, stroking dying on her tongue. It's good to be back. She mumbled, looking away. She mumbled, looking away. She mumbled, looking away. "Aw, you're being mushy." Twilight teased gently, playfully bumping their flanks together. Just what did Spitfire do to you? No. Pink their flanks together.
Okay, I heard a nasty set.
Light teased, gently. Light teased.
Yep, that's it.
You're being mushy. Twilight teased gently, playfully bumping their flanks together.
Learn Bonbon.
Just what did Spitfire do to you? No. Just what did Spitfire do to you?
There we go. That's more like Twilight.
Alright. Her ego stroking dying on her tongue. It's good to be back. She mumbled, looking away. Ah, you're being mushy. Twilight teased gently, playfully bumping their flanks together. Just what did Spitfire do to you? Nothing bad enough to make me
Twilight the Optimist.
playfully bumping their flanks together. Just what did Spitfire do to you? Nothing bad enough to make me go, that's soft. I'm made of tougher stuff. I'm made of tougher stuff. Even you can be soft. Oh, that's soft. I'm made of tougher stuff. Even you can be soft sometimes. Rainbow scoffed. Not my style. Soft sometimes. Rainbow scoffed. Not my style. That mushy, sappy junk? No thank you. Yes, that mushy, sappy junk? No thank you. Yes, I know. You don't like feelings. Twilight made sure her air quotes were noticed. No cutesy pet names, no sappy dates, and Celestia forbid I hug you. Sure, her air quotes were noticed. No cutesy pet name.
Is that a callback to May the Best Pet Win?
No.
Get that out of there.
Twilight made sure her air quotes were noticed. No cutesy pet names, no sappy dates, and Celestia forbid I hug you.
No sepsy. No, no sapsy. Is that right? No sappy dates. Okay, yeah, it is correct. Just want to be sure.
Forbid I hug you. Rainbow winced. What? Well,
That's what she wants.
Forbid I hug you. Rainbow winced. What? Well, I mean... No.
Dinner calls. I'll be right back.
Thank you both. I don't care who did it.
Well, okay then. The ghost doesn't want me coming down the hall. What fell? Oh, suitcase.
Oops, my amp's on, but that's okay.
It's not on the guitar that needs to have batteries. It's a battery that kind of gives it a little bit more of a metal sound.
Well, I mean, even if you're just pretending to hate it, I know you love it.
That's what she
Twilight said, giving the Pegasus a pointed look as though daring.
Okay, hang on. Something right here,
I mean, even if you're just pretending to hate it, I know you love it. Twilight winced. Well, I mean, even if you're just pretending to hate it, I know you love it. Twilight said, giving the Pegasus a pointed look as though daring her to deny it. She chuckled when Rainbow had to look away to hide her blush. I know who you are under all that
not vibrato.
I know who you are under all that not vibrato. I know... Not Dash. I know who you are under all that bravado.
Okay.
To hide her blush. I know who you are under all that bravado.
Okay.
Man, Twilight has Rainbow like picked in this.
Yep. And that's true love. When someone knows you so well, they can pick you.
All that bravado. Pfft, as if.
Oh, jeez. Okay, more dialogue.
All that bravado. Pfft.
You forget, Rainbow. She's known you for, well, in the case of this would be after Twilight was a princess. This would be season 5 or higher.
All that bravado. Pfft, as if. Me wanting something as...
Hang on.
Me.
How does it... Let's get that out.
Me wanting... Me.
Oh, jeez. I guess I can try this little trick.
Me wanting something as lame as a hug.
Dashes for... Oh, man. Dash.
Hug.
Dash's forced laugh. Okay. Dash's forced laugh trailed off as she braced herself for the total lameness of a hug. Lameness. I know you're in there. Lameness of a hug. But none came, and she was... Hug. But none came, and she was left wondering why. If Twilight knew her so well... Hug. But none came, and she was left wondering why. Fucking knows. Fuck off. Why? If Twilight knew her so well, she wasn't currently being hugged. Breathe through your mouth, not your nose, stupid. Knew her so well, she wasn't currently... I heard that. Knew her so well, she wasn't currently being hugged. Instead, Twilight seemed quite content to not hug her. Oh, right. I had to retake this one.
Distracted by the...
Wait, what?
Not hug her. Twilight seemed quite content to not hug her. Instead, currently being hugged. Instead, Twilight seemed quite content to not hug her, distracted by the greetings of random passersby. They walk... Okay, stomach. Hug her. Hug her. Not hug her, distracted by the greetings of random passersby. They walk... Okay, stop. Not hug her, distracted by the greetings of random passersby. They walk... Okay, stomach. Their walk continued in silence. Of random passersby. Their walk continued in silence, and Rainbow found herself glancing furtively at her mare friend periodically. To not hug her, distracted by the greetings of random passersby. Their walk continued in silence, and Rainbow found herself glancing furtively at her mare friend. Their walk continued in silence, and Rainbow found herself glancing furtively of random passersby. Their walk continued in silence, and Rainbow found herself glancing furtively at her mare friend periodically. Their meeting had not gone...
Okay, is that a plosive?
And Rainbow found herself glancing furtively at her mare friend periodically. Their meeting had not gone at all... Had not at all gone. Their meeting had not at all gone the way she'd anticipated. Notably, their meeting had not at all gone the way she'd anticipated. Notably, there wasn't a lot of hugging going on, which was fine. She was totally cool with that. Hugging was lame after all, even if Twilight seemed to disagree. Not to mention, she gave the best hugs. Her wings were just so big. They could wrap all the way around, and her feathers were so warm. Rainbow real...
At this point, I thought I was reading a Klopfic.
Feathers were so warm. Rainbow realized she was staring...
Okay.
And her feathers were so warm. Rainbow realized she was staring at Twilight's wings a second too late. Feathers were so warm. Rainbow realized she was staring at Twilight's wings a second too late.
Back.
And her feathers were so warm. Rainbow realized she was staring at Twilight's wings a second too late. What? What? Is something wrong with my wing? Twilight frowned, spreading her wing in front of her. Spreading her wing in front of her. She was staring at Twilight's wings a second too late. What? Is something wrong with my wing? Twilight frowned, spreading her wing in front of her.
What was
Spreading
that?
her wing in front of her. Spreading her wing in front of her. Spreading her wing in front of her. Twilight frowned, spreading her wing in front of her. I thought I had gotten the hang of preening. Are my feathers messy? Are my feathers messy? No, you're fine. Rainbow could...
Okay.
I thought I had gotten the hang of preening. Are my feathers messy? No, You're fine. Rainbow could feel her face burning as she forced herself to keep her eyes... You're fine. Rainbow could feel her face burning as she forced herself to keep her eyes forward, even as she drifted to the side.
Okay, hang on. There's a nasty little sound in there. Needs to go bye-bye.
You're fine. Rainbow could feel her face burning as she forced herself to keep her eyes forward, even as she drifted to the side. It wasn't like she was trying to slide under Twilight's It wasn't like she was trying to slide under Twilight's not ring. It wasn't like she drifted to the side. It wasn't like she was trying to slide under Twilight's wing or anything. If Twilight's wing just so happened to fall across her back, well, she forced herself to keep her eyes forward, even as she drifted to the side. It wasn't like she was trying to slide under Twilight's wing or anything. Drifted to the side. It wasn't like she was trying to slide under Twilight's wing or anything. If Twilight's wing just so happened to fall across her back, well, that wouldn't have been her... If Twilight's wing just so happened...
Oh, wow. Goodbye.
Twilight's wing just so happened to fall across her back, well, that wouldn't have been her... Well, that wouldn't have been her fault. But she wouldn't want to disappoint her mare friend by rejecting such a show of affection. Rainbow felt Twilight step away and tuck her wing back against her own side. Such a show of affection. Rainbow felt Twilight step away and tuck her...
Okay, bring that back.
A show of affection. Rainbow felt Twilight step away and tuck her wing back against her own side. It took Rainbow biting...
Excuse me.
Against her own side. It took Rainbow biting her own tongue to keep from screaming in frustration. The rest...
Stop. What the hell? There we go. What is this? Oh, okay. I remember what I was doing now. No.
Back against her own side. It took Rainbow biting her own tongue to keep from screaming in frustration. The rest of... Back against her own side. It took Rainbow biting her own tongue to keep from screaming in frustration. The rest of the walk to the Crystal Tree Castle thingy was uneventful. There was a significant lack of hugging, but otherwise uneventful. You know where the bedroom is? Twilight muttered distractedly as she opened the doors. I'll be in the study. I'll be in the study. Do you want me to wake you up for the party, or...
Okay, right back. Finish back just a tad.
Uneventful. You know where the bedroom is? Twilight muttered distractedly as she opened the doors. I'll be in the study. Do you want me to wake you up for the party, or... Rainbow bit her lip. A bedroom on the opposite side of the castle.
I remember I redid this.
A bedroom on the opposite side of the castle from her mare friend wasn't a bedroom on the opposite side. Rainbow bit her lip. A bedroom on the opposite side of the castle from her mare friend wasn't really the ideal location for a hug. Wasn't really the ideal location for a hug. Mare friend wasn't really the was.
Oh boy, it's one of those edits.
Wasn't what? Mare friend wasn't really the ideal mare friend.
Okay. Feel like I can put some space in there.
From her mare friend wasn't really the ideal location for a hug.
Fits.
Yet now, suddenly I'm not very tired. From her mare friend wasn't really the ideal location for a hug. Yet now, suddenly I'm not very tired. God damn it. Suddenly I'm not very tired. Did you need some help or... Dash, you're...
Okay. Okay. Let's see what that looks like.
Ideal location for a hug. Suddenly I'm not very tired. Did you need some help or...
I heard something.
Ideal location for a hug. Suddenly I'm not... For a hug. Suddenly I'm not very tired. Did you need some help or... Dash, you're obviously exhausted. Go and sleep. Twi, I'm really not... Is something going on? Exhausted. Go and sleep. Twi, I'm really...
She wants a hug so damn bad.
Go and sleep. Twi, I'm really not... Is something going on? I'm really not... Is something going on? Twilight asked suddenly. Her concern... I'm really not... Is something going on? Twilight asked. Really not... Is something going on? Twilight asked suddenly. Her Something going on? Twilight asked suddenly. Her concerned look making rainbow... On? Twilight asked suddenly. Twilight asked suddenly. Her concerned look making Rainbow wilt.
Oh yeah, that's when the heater kicked on.
Twilight asked suddenly. Her concerned look making Rainbow wilt. You've been acting weird. Making Rainbow wilt. You've been acting weird.
Ah, shit. Only thing I hate about eating meat. Gets stuck in your teeth. Oh, I get crazy. There we go. It's out.
Making Rainbow wilt. You've been acting Rainbow Wilt. You've been acting weird. Me? Weird?
Holy fucking hell.
Alright. Save. Need to eat. It's hot.
Editing, that's what's going on. I'm on dinner break. Nothing wrong with breakfast for dinner. One of the best things ever invented. Simple and easy and delicious. It's hot.
Well, thank you. I worked very hard on this content for you guys. But at the end of the day, I'm just like anybody else.
Just checking my Discord.
Ah!
God, I hate when meat gets stuck in your teeth. The hell is that on the bottom? Ay, ay, ay. This is nearly done. Well, the cleanup process, anyway. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, I have a Discord.
There's an egg in here. Yep, it's an egg. Okay. Oh, that was fat residue. My Discord account number is on my about page, if you're interested.
I do have a server, but getting into that is a little bit more secure. Ow. God, you're crazy.
Oh, stretch my feet out a little bit.
Not to pun it, but that is such a that is such a Discord pun.
Splendid. Sounds like something Discord would say. I guarantee he's probably said it. Can't recall the exact time he said it, but I know he said like wonderful, splendid. You know, he's very peculiar.
There's the yolk. Gross. I'm not seeing anything so far. Just yeah, no notification yet on Discord. Sometimes it does take a minute. Did that change? Yeah, it did. Where's my server? There it is. Okay. Nothing important. Man. Biscuits and gravy is filling. Be right back. That was good. All right. Let's finish this. I got it. Normally Discord has a little bit of a delay. I don't know why, but it does sometimes. Okay. I'll chat there after I'm done with this.
Her concerned look making Rainbow wilt.
Okay.
You've been acting weird. Me? Weird? Pfft.
Don't like that. Okay. Apparently I'm gonna have to zoom in, because my mouth was not one to play nice.
Me? Weird? Pfft. Nah, why would you say that?
Rainbow forced out a chuckle, swinging around and pressing her side against Twilight's.
Just...
Okay, yeah, this was a little bit of a weird line. Side against Twilight's.
It's great to be home, you know?
Twilight's concerned expression didn't let up.
A month is a long time.
Up. Oh my god, you've got to be kidding me. Right after the P? Okay, then. See if I can't get that out. Let up. Let up. Okay, it's a little... Up.
A month is a long time.
Let's see if that helps. Didn't let up. That'll work.
A month is a long time.
Holy crap.
Let up. A month is a long time.
How long of a pause is that?
Concerned expression didn't let up. A month is a long time. Totally.
Ow.
Didn't let up. A month is a long time. Totally.
Okay, I heard something.
Totally.
Totally, man.
Totally.
Like, to do Rainbow's voice, I really have to, like, pretend I'm taking a crap. Another Lost Narrator blooper very similar to that.
So awesome. Sounds like I'm taking a shit.
A long... It's kind of like that. It's a very tense voice.
A long time. Totally.
Rainbow refused to meet Twilight's eyes as she kept their sides pressed together, her wings ruffling.
I missed you.
No. It's a slow line. Iki. I think I got this in one take. Or not one take, but second take. Should be fine. Wings ruffling.
I missed you.
That'll work. I see you. I see you. I said I'd chat later after I'm done with this. Catch up from one thing to another. Wings ruffling.
I missed you.
She said slowly, brushing her feathers along Twilight's encouragingly. Blah, 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 blah. Brushing her feathers along Twilight. Brushing her... There we go. She said slowly, brushing her feathers along Twilight's
Ay, ay, ay.
Twilight. That's what sucks about having dry
Brushing
mouth.
her feathers along Twilight's encouragingly.
Brushing her feathers along Twilight's encouragingly. Not sure if I can get that out. I don't think I can get that out. It's encouragingly. Oh, maybe. Let me just go here. Hey. That might do the trick. Twilight's encouragingly. Oh, hey, it did do something. Awesome. Twilight's encouragingly. She couldn't possibly be this dense, right?
I missed you.
Hold on. Twilight's encouragingly. She couldn't possibly be this dense, right? Okay, that's definitely going to turn to a plosive in the wrong run. got a slight little rupture of base to it.
She couldn't possibly be this dense, right? I miss...
Okay, bring this back just a tad.
Right? I missed you too. No.
Whoops.
Right? I missed you too.
Hi, Jed again, by the way.
Twilight responded happily. I guess even you get... I guess even... I guess even you too. Twilight responded happily. I guess even you get homesick sometimes, huh? No. Oh, hi, stomach. I guess even you...
Yeah, lovely
I
stomach.
guess even you get homesick sometimes, huh? If it would make you feel better, there's a couch in the study you can come sleep on.
Yeah, okay. I clearly know my stuff, huh? About what?
Responded happily. I guess even you get homesick sometimes, huh? If it would make you feel better, there's a couch in the study you can come sleep on. Twilight stepped away.
Hang on a second.
There's a couch in the... There's a couch...
Right there. Let me see if I can't get that out. That's a nasty little set of mouth noise I don't like. Doesn't seem like there's anything, but...
There's a couch in the... There's a couch... There's a couch...
Yeah, I can't get that out. Fortunately.
There's a couch in the study you can come sleep on.
But it's okay. As long as it's only one thing. I've heard way worse. Oh, yeah. Fun fact, all of my audio editing skills have come from learning from friends and the internet. I didn't train myself for this. Like in school, I learned how to do computer programming, but I never learned how to actually audio edit. Everything is from experience.
If it would make you feel better, there's a couch in the study you can come sleep on. Twilight stepped away, motioning for Rainbow to follow. The Pegasus had The Pegasus...
Oh, this fucker. Hate this line. But I'm not an expert by any means. I just know how to clean up audio.
For Rainbow to follow. The Pegasus had to
Hold up. That P right there.
The Pegasus...
Ooh, that's a nasty one. Don't want to be dealing with that in the future.
Follow. The Pegasus had to suppress.
Oh, wrong take then. That's okay.
The Pegasus had to suppress a groan, hanging her head as she allowed herself to be led through the crystal corridor.
I heard that.
Her head as she allowed herself to be led
Right there.
through the...
Ugh.
Hanging her head as she allowed herself to be led through the crystal corridors.
There we go. Much better. Excuse me. Alright, what is this?
I've got a burp, but it won't come out.
Oh. Oh, lovely recording sessions. They are so fun. Oh my god. What was all this shit? Probably Rainbow lines. Rainbow's always a high voice.
Corridors. Hanging her...
Oh, wow. Ouch.
Corridors. Hanging her head as she allowed herself to be led through the crystal corridors.
Okay, I don't need that. Before I got something.
corridors. When they got to corridors. When they got to the small corner.
Okay, that is a little too close. Doink.
To the crystal corridors. When they got to the small corner of the library Twilight called her study, the previously mentioned couch was pointed out, and Rainbow tossed her bags aside to flop down on it.
Stop, stop, stop.
And Rainbow was pointed out, and Rainbow tossed her bags aside to flop down on it. She watched as Twilight sat down at the desk.
Okay, yeah, I did do this one twice. Or 3 times, something like that. Okay. Yeah, the recorded version, like this is the raw audio you're seeing here. All of the fancy smanchy stuff, that happens in post, excuse me, in like the second step of audio editing, which can also be done in step 1 now, because I've actually, gotten into contact with some people who have helped me to get this done a lot more faster.
To flop down on it. She watched as Twilight sat down at the desk.
Okay, that breath needs to go bye-bye. I understand you're human and you need to breathe, but not good for audiobooks.
She watched as Twilight sat down at the desk, and if she didn't know any better, she could have sworn she saw the alicorn's mind get sucked entirely into her work.
Because I remember I went to sucked.
Sucked entirely into her work. Get sucked in.
Yeah.
Mind get sucked entirely into her work.
Okay, stopped for a minute. You just see if that doesn't sound like gum chopping.
Warned she saw the alicorn's mind get sucked entirely into her work.
That's fine. Okay, next. Is it dialogue?
Rainbow huffed. Rainbow huffed.
Yeah, the finished product has a full mix to it.
Into her work. Rainbow huffed. Debating for a moment, simply lying down.
Yep, don't like that. Okay, let's see. Where can this go?
Entirely into her work. Rainbow huffed. Debating for a moment, simply lying down.
Bring that back.
Work. Rainbow huffed. Debating for a moment, simply
That again.
into her work. Rainbow huffed.
Yep, that would be the one.
Rainbow huffed. Debating for a moment. Rainbow huffed. Debating for a moment, simply lying down and going to sleep. At this rate, there wasn't even a friendly pat on the back coming her way, let alone a proper.
Delete.
And going to sleep. At this rate, there wasn't even a friendly pat on the back coming her way, let alone a proper hug. And she was fine with that. Right? Right? Fine with putting off even long.
Is there 2 rights here? Because this had a kind of weird part to it. Alright, let me see something. Low and proper hug. Okay, it's 1. Okay, which one is it?
Right?
That one's got clicks.
Right? Fine.
Ow.
Fine with that. Right? Fine with putting off even longer than the month she'd already gotten out.
Yep, gotta love some bloopers. Hey, bring that back. Try this again.
Right? Fine with putting off even longer than... Ooh, man, nasty. Right? Fine with putting off even longer than the month. She'd already... Fine with putting off even longer than the month. She'd already gone without any contact with her mare friend.
Oh, I remember what I did.
Fine with putting off even longer than the month she'd already gotten out...
Month?
Longer than the month
She'd already gotten.
she'd already gotten out... Fine with putting off even longer than the month.
Okay, right on the dot.
Longer than the month she'd already gone with...
Oi, that don't sound right. Let's get that fixed.
Than the month she'd already gone without any contact with her mare friend. Fine with not hugging her mare friend.
That's not too bad. Okay, shut those up. I heard them at the end of this one too, so they need to go bye-bye.
Fine with putting off even longer than the month she'd already gone without any contact with her mare friend. Fine...
Okay, I need to get that plosive down so that's not too bad.
Fine with putting off even longer than the month she'd already gone without any contact with her mare friend. Fine with not hugging her mare friend. Fine with not being hugged. She was fine.
Hold up. There's something there. God. It's hard to believe you don't even know how noisy your mouth is until you actually listen. The clicks and all that shit. You know what that's actually caused from? It's because you're not self-conscious of, you know, how your tongue moves in your mouth. What causes those clicks and all that stuff is a mixture between saliva forming in the mouth if your mouth is too dry. That's basically my case. That and also your tongue flicking around and bouncing off of your teeth. That's what creates like those sounds.
Fine with not being hugged. She was fine with all of that. Right? Right?
No. There's two here. I remember this for a fact. Oops. Oh, I almost pushed the wrong button.
Right? Right?
Oh. Give it a little bit more space.
Right? Right? No, I'm not. Oh, wow, that's loud.
Holy crap, that was loud. Okay. Save.
Right? Right? No, I'm not. Rainbow said aloud, the volume of her voice managing to startle Twilight Spring.
God love it.
What? Rainbow said aloud, the volume of her voice managing to startle Twilight Spring. The volume of her voice managing to startle Twilight. The volume of her voice managing to startle Twilight and pull her out of her books. The volume... Excuse me. Rainbow said aloud, the volume of her voice managing...
Listen to that one more time.
No, I'm not. Rainbow said aloud,
That's
the
fine.
volume of her voice managing to startle Twilight and pull her out of her books. And pull her out of her books. And pull her...
That would be it.
To startle Twilight and pull her out of her books.
That's fine.
Rainbow? Rainbow? God damn it. Rainbow? Why am I having such a hard time? Rainbow? Rainbow?
I like the second one.
Rainbow? God damn it. Rainbow? Why am I having such a hard time? Rainbow? Rainbow? I'm not.
I think the proper response to that would be like, rainbow! You know, like that. But just going with what's said in the book.
Twilight, and pull her out of her books. Rainbow?
Whoops. Need to pull this a little forward. That's what she said.
Her books. Rainbow? Rainbow?
Okay.
I'm not okay with it.
Ow, my ear.
Rainbow? I'm not okay with it. Rainbow yelled. Damn it! I don't care if it's lame.
It's okay if your voice cracks when doing Rainbow, because Rainbow's got a lot of voice cracks in her voice.
And pull her out of her books. Rainbow? I'm not okay with it. Rainbow yelled. Damn it! I don't care if...
Okay. I need to learn to take pauses.
I'm not okay with it. I'm not okay...
Right there in the middle. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I think that's it right there. Yep.
Rainbow? I'm not okay with it. Rainbow yelled. Damn it! I don't care if it... Rainbow?
Okay, this one. Give that a little more space.
Okay with it. Rainbow yelled. Damn it! I don't care if it's lame. I'm a mare.
Okay, hang on. We've got some mouth noise to clean up. Right there. It's always right at the beginning, too.
Lame. I'm a mare. And a mare has needs, right?
Roll credits. Okay, fuck off.
Mare. And a mare has needs, right? Twilight blinked, beyond bewildered. Mare. And a mare has needs, right? Twilight blinked.
It's true. You have a loud mouth. If you don't think about it, like how much noise your mouth makes, aside from your speech, you'd be shocked.
Twilight blinked, beyond bewildered. Right?
Okay. And there's a nasty little amount of it right there. Boink. Okay, bring that back.
Bewildered.
Nope. Alright, forward.
Bewildered. Right?
Okay. Alright, before that kicks back on, let's get this done. Oh yeah, I had to take another break because the heater kicked on. And if you don't know, my heater is loud.
Right? Right. I'm a...
Ow. Volume levels come last.
Right?
Okay, I hear you. Bye-bye.
Right? Right. I'm a mare. And I have my needs. And I need you to hug me. What? Right.
Why does that make me laugh?
Hug me.
I've heard something that stupid before in a cartoon. Just can't remember where. No, it was not My Little Pony. Oh, jeez. Oh, was it Alvin and the Chipmunks? Like when Alvin basically makes the weirdest freaking I love you to Dave?
Hug me. What? Right now. Twilight realized that she didn't have a... What? Right now! Twilight realized...
This is quick.
What? Right now!
See what I mean? It's got a comedic level to it. It's not all just strictly romance. Get that out of there.
What? Right now! Twilight realized that she didn't have a say in the Nope. Right now! Twilight realized she didn't have a say in the matter and stood up.
I don't know why it's so funny, but it is. I read this last night and I was like, oh my god, this is pretty funny, but cute.
Right now! Twilight realized she didn't have a say in the matter and stood up, wrapping her hooves around Rainbow's shoulders. The Pegasus hooves around Rainbow's shoulders. The Pegasus tensed up for the briefest moment before...
Oh, hang on. Need to bring that out just a teensy more.
Twilight realized she didn't have a say in the matter and stood up, wrapping her hooves around
Wait, what was that?
wrapping her hooves around Rainbow's shoulders. The Pegasus tensed up for the briefest moment before all but melting into the embrace, burying her muzzle into the crook. Ugh.
Did I ever take the entire thing?
The Pegasus tensed up for the briefest moment before...
Okay. Hey, Face. Okay, bring it back. See what
Rainbow's
that does.
shoulders. The Pegasus tensed up for the briefest moment before all but... Rainbow's shoulders. The Pegasus tensed up for the briefest moment. The Pegasus tensed... The Peg...
Yeah, it's a bit of one. Control R.
The Pegasus tensed up for the briefest moment.
Wait, did I?
The Pegasus...
No, I didn't.
The Pegasus tensed up for the briefest moment before all but melting into the embrace, burying her muzzle into the crook of Twilight's neck.
I wasn't sure what to do here.
Burying her muzzle into the crook of Twilight. Burying her muzzle into the crook of Twilight.
Right there. Yep, get that out of there.
Crook of Twilight's neck. No. Oh, it's muffled. Wings. What was that?
Yeah. Wings. Okay, hang on.
Crook of Twilight's neck. Wings. What was that?
Okay, bring that back. Oh boy.
The crook of Twilight's neck. Wings.
Nope, bad. Okay, let's go about right. I'd say about right here.
Twilight's neck. Wings. What was that? Twilight asked. Wings. Oh, wings.
I don't know why this is so funny, but it is.
What was that? Twilight asked. Wings. Oh, wing.
Okay, bring that back.
That? Twilight asked. That? Twilight asked.
Let's see if I can't get that out. Gotta love when the house decides to settle after the heater turns off.
Twilight asked. Wings. Oh, wings. Got it. Twilight complied with the instruct.
Get that out.
Wings! Oh, wings. Got it. Twilight complied with the instructions and added her wings to the mix, wrapping Rainbow in her impressive wingspan and incomparable warmth. Rainbow sighed happily, clinging to the alicorn. No. Rainbow sighed happily, clinging to the alicorn and listening to her breathing. Her impressive wingspan and incomparable warmth. Rainbow sighed happily, clinging to the alicorn and listening to her breathing. Some part of her mind complained about
Alright.
terrible warmth. Rainbow sighed happily, clinging.
Took something out that I didn't want to.
Comparable warmth. Rainbow sighed happily, clinging to the alicorn and listening to her breathing. Some part of her mind complained about how utterly lame.
Ah! Fucking clicks. Goodbye.
Listening to her breathing. Some part of her mind complained about how utterly lame she was being, but it was all drowned out.
Sometimes I have to shift positions when reading.
Some part of her mind complained about how utterly lame she was being.
Hang on, hang on. Can I get that out?
I can. And complained about how utterly lame she was being, but it was all drowned out by the warmth and fuzziness Twilight's hugs brought with them. Shut up, Twi. No, shut up. Whoa.
Shut up! That was a voice crack. That wasn't a forced one. That was a real voice crack.
Shut up, Twi. No, shut up. Whoa. Shut up, Twi. Shut up, Twi. No, it's mumbled. Shut up, Twi. Shut up, Twi. Rainbow mumbled. Shut up, Twi. Rainbow mumbled, tightening her grip. Finally, she had gotten what she wanted. Finally, she had.
God, those are loud.
Shut up, Twi. Rainbow mumbled, tightening her grip.
See if I can't get that closer.
Shut up, Twi. Rainbow mumbled, tightening her grip. Finally, she had gotten what she'd wanted.
This story is just ridiculous. It's not as ridiculous as something like, oh, I don't know, Twilight here's the narrator. Oh, that one.
Tightening her grip. Finally.
That's pretty quiet. I know it's gonna get cut off. Oh dear.
Tightening her grip. Finally, she had gotten what she'd wanted. She almost felt like crying from the. She almost felt.
I had to dip out of the stream because it's 1 a.m.
Oh, sounds like a UK time. That's okay. You're fine. Tightening her grip. Finally, she got what she wanted. She almost felt like crying from the. Back. She'd wanted. She almost felt like crying from the relief. No longer. She'd wanted. She almost felt like crying from the relief. No longer caring to keep up a. No longer caring to keep up a facade. Crying from the relief. No longer caring to.
That's almost done anyways. We're in like the last run of the story.
felt like crying from the relief, no longer caring to keep up a facade. The tension that had been building since... Blah. Let's see. No longer caring to keep up a facade. The tension that had been building since the train, and probably even longer, was released. To keep up a facade. The tension that had been building since the train, and probably even longer, was released. And Rainbow felt her exhaustion crash down. And Rainbow felt her exhaustion crash down on her, but she wasn't. And Rainbow felt her exhaustion crash down on her, but she wasn't about to let a down on on. Okay, not sure what that is. Crash down on her. That's fine. Crash down on her, but she wasn't about to let go at a time like this. For several minutes. Crash down on her, but she wasn't about to let go at a time like this. For several minutes they stayed like that, in each other's hooves. Rainbow felt herself starting to doze off, having to fight to stay awake against the warmth of the... Okay, shut that up. In each other's hooves. Rainbow felt herself starting to doze off, having to fight to stay awake against the warmth of the...
Jesus.
Having to fight to stay awake against the warmth of their embrace and the fog beginning to cloud her mind. Are you awake? Are you awake?
Okay. Is that too low?
Beginning to cloud her mind.
Nope.
To cloud her mind. Are you awake? Are you awake? Twilight whispered. Beginning to cloud her mind. Are you awake? Twilight whispered gently. Rainbow nodded into her shoulder, yawning. Beginning to cloud her mind. Are you awake? Twilight whispered gently. Rainbow nodded into her shoulder, yawning. The alicorn pulled away just enough. Okay, let me just shut that up. Yawning. The alicorn pulled away just enough for their eyes to meet. Yawning. The alicorn pulled away just enough for their eyes to meet. Was this what you wanted the whole time? Again, Rainbow nodded, slightly more bashfully. Twilight giggled.
Get that out of there.
The whole time? Again, Rainbow nodded, slightly more bashfully. Twilight giggled as she... Slightly more bashfully. Twilight giggled as she pulled the Pegasus tight against her chest. Silly mare. You could have just asked for... Silly mare.
Yeah. Love when the house sells.
Her chest. Silly mare. You could have just asked for... Silly mare. Silly mare. You could have just asked for a hug. Silly mare. You could have just asked for... Silly mare. You could have just asked for... Oh my god. Silly mare.
Yeah, this fucking line, man.
Against her chest. Silly mare. You could have just asked for a hug. It's lame. Rainbow mumbled blurrily. Unwilling or unable to move her...
Shut up. Okay, bring this back.
Lame. Rainbow mumbled blurrily, unwilling or unable to move her muzzle from Twilight's shoulder. It's lame. Rainbow mumbled blurrily, unwilling or unable to move her muzzle from... It's lame. Rainbow mumbled blurrily, unwilling or unable to move her muzzle from Twilight's shoulder. Dashy, I wouldn't have judged you for asking, especially after you were away for so long. I missed you. Twilight giggled.
Could the house stop settling for 5 seconds?
You were away for so long. I missed you. Twilight giggled, pressing... You were away for so long. I missed you. Twilight giggled, pressing... You were away for so long. I missed you. Twilight giggled, pressing her lips to Rainbow's cheek. You said... Giggled, pressing her lips to Rainbow's cheek. You giggled, pressing her lips to Rainbow's cheek.
Don't think there's really anything I could do about that.
Lips. Lip. Lips.
Get that out.
Pressing her lips to Rainbow's cheek.
Well, I got a lot of it out.
Pressing her lips to Rainbow's cheek. You said that already. Dash sighed, yawning again. Dash sighed, yawning again. Yawning again. I think I'm gonna take that nap now. Dash sighed, yawning again. I think I'm gonna take that nap now. Oh, I have to add a yawn. Yawning again. I think I'm gonna take that nap now. Okay. Twilight shifted, but Rainbow's hooves held.
Can the house be any more noisy? Don't ask that. It might come true. Give that back.
Okay. Twilight shifted, but Rainbow's hooves held strong. Rainbow, I thought you're not going anywhere.
Why is that so funny?
Rainbow, I thought you're not going...
This would be one awkward position.
Rainbow, I thought you're not going anywhere. She growled sleepily. You made me work so hard for this. You owe me. Twilight tilted her head. Dashy? The only owe me. Twilight tilted her head. Dashy? Owe me. Twilight tilted her head. Dashy?
Seems like a little too long.
The only response...
Spin that back a little bit.
Owe me. Twilight tilted her head. Dashy? The only response she got was a gentle snort. The only response she got was a gentle snore. Twilight sighed, shaking her head
Oh, this fucking word.
Twilight sighed, shaking her head exasperatedly. Exasperated. Twilight sighed, shaking her head exasperatedly. What? Exasperatedly. Shaking her head exasperatedly. Shaking her head exasperatedly.
That's good, I guess.
Exasperatedly. Exasperated. Twilight sighed, shaking her head Shaking her head exasperatedly. Twilight sighed, shaking her head exasperatedly. Twilight sighed, shaking her head.
Uh-oh. That's important. Never mind, false alarm.
Twilight sighed, shaking her head exasperatedly. Honestly, it's hardly my fault you were too embarrassed to ask for a hug.
That's off pitch.
Exasperatedly. Honestly, it's hardly my fault you were too embarrassed to ask for a hug. It's hardly my fault you were too embarrassed to ask for a hug. Despite her gripes, Twilight remained. Honestly, it's hardly my fault you were too embarrassed to ask for a hug.
Too bad.
Despite her gripes.
Too bad. You're staying right here.
Embarrassed to ask for a hug. Despite her gripes.
Oh.
For a hug. Despite her gripes, Twilight remained. Ask for a hug. Despite her gripes, Twilight remained in the somewhat awkward position, listening to her partner's gentle breathing. Eventually, Rainbow would wake up and find herself in the same position she'd fallen asleep. Wrapped in the same warm embrace she'd fallen asleep in, and she'd be forced to admit that being hugged wasn't so bad after all. I won't do that again. Wrapped in the same warm embrace she'd fallen asleep in. Wrapped in the same warm embrace she'd fallen asleep in, and same position she'd fallen asleep. Wrapped in the same warm embrace. Eventually, Rainbow would wake up and find herself in the same position she'd fallen asleep. Wrapped in the same warm embrace. Rainbow would wake up and find herself in the same position she'd fallen asleep. Wrapped in the same...
God damn it. There, how about that?
Find herself in the same position she'd fallen asleep. Wrapped in the same warm embrace she'd fallen asleep in. And she'd be forced to admit that being hugged wasn't so bad after all. But only if Twilight was the one hugging her. But
see if I can't get this around the dot. Shut up.
after all. But only if after all. Shut up, house. After all, but only if Twilight was the one hugging her.
Okay, let's...
After all, but only if Twilight was the one hugging her. And she'd be forced to admit that being hugged wasn't so bad after all, but only if Twilight was the one hugging her. Criminy.
Alright. So that's a wrap on that one. Save. You make sure that...
Rainbow's wings rustled restlessly against her back, despite the dull ache that was... And this is why I always do this. Rainbow's wings rustled restlessly against her back, I think I got a little too close. Rainbow's wings rustled restlessly against her back.
Yep, alright.
Alright, export. ZB3. There's needs. Clean. Okay, last step at the EQ and all that lovely stuff. So I have to go into a different program for that. How long have I been streaming for? Like, how long did that take? About 3 hours? Seems alright. We'll take out the dinner break and all of that. That would have probably taken me probably about a little over about 2 hours. 2 hours and 50 something. I don't know how long it took to eat. So, just waiting for this to export. Then we will get to it. Now we're gonna make it sound pretty. If anybody's watching. Oh, shit. One viewer. Okay. In that case, then I'm just gonna end the stream. Call it good.